Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 14, Dubious Claims. I'm your host, as always, Virinity Void, and this here is part 3. We are starting here in 1501, and we're not reading national ideas yet. I can still recap enough in a short enough amount of time that it's consolidated enough, you know? So, in terms of what happened in part 2, well, Donaland, I was told to look it up, and I kind of got the pronunciation correct, I think. They expanded into Virui, because Virui tried to help out the Teutonic Order against the Wendish Realm. The Wendish Realm, however, cannot be stopped, seemingly. They are taking on Finland right now. They beat down Pillage Rush, and they fully annexed the Teutonic Order. So there is that. Listenborg tried to take on Fez and bit the bullet and got shot multiple times, and they lost their hold on southern Iberia. So Fez is more powerful than before. The Timurids tried to feast on MNT as MNT was trying to help out Bruchal against Sumeru, and that did not work out. Bruchal got brutalized, however, the Timurids also got brutalized. I shouldn't say brutalized, but they got chunks taken out of them, you know? Bengal got fully annexed by Sang. Loibuk took on the Warring States alongside Luistegar and Reichok, and it was a smackdown, the likes of which I have not seen in a while. There was no shot in heaven and no shot in hell. Hojo, in charge of Japan, is doing their own thing. Later, Zhou somehow came into being because of Sambas losing a war. However, later Zhou is not Theravada, they are indeed Confucian. Is there anything else that really happened in the... Oh yeah, Paradox 1 is taking over Paradox 2. No wars in South America other than Quito and Arawak going at each other. And then, you know, I changed Etruria to Animist as was requested. And, oh yeah, the biggest upset, in my opinion, was Apache taking out the APLA. That was intense, and that was completely unexpected. And now the Apache, they're large and in charge. They may very well sweep north and take out Rasviet, but it should be noted, Rasviet is one military tech ahead, and they are also of Eastern Tech Group, not North American Tech Group. In Central America, you had Teotl take out about half of Cocomes. However, Cocomes is also a Mesoamerican tributary under Teotl. So they're slowly being annexed. Cocomes is probably going to cease to exist, and then Caddo is going to be kind of on their own, unfortunately. Colima, allied with Teotl, is looking to chill. And that's really about it for part 2. Let's get into part 3 because, hey, we've got the Protestant Reformation on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen. At about 1515 or 1516, somewhere around there, I'm going to start the Protestant Reformation. It is going to be in a vanilla tag. Do we have a war already? Hold on. I will expound upon the Protestant Reformation later. But it seems as though we have the Wendish conquest against Finland that is drawing in the papacy and tennis ball. Now, Donaland is joining in, and they have quite a bit of troops. However, tennis ball is looking to feel the wrath as Breda is going down fast. Tennis ball, they have a lot of troops, but they're scattered all around, and the core part of tennis ball is being invaded. What can tennis ball do against the incoming forces of the Wendish Realm when the Wendish Realm has 40,000 troops and they're on par with military tech? Okay, part of tennis ball was driven back, and that just kind of secures the entirety of the land. There seemingly is no stopping the Wendish Realm from confirming their dominance over the Baltic Sea. That's what I'm seeing, at least. I don't see how anyone really stops them. Tennis ball pieced out. They don't want any part of that, so they're left to their own devices. They have no manpower, so they're going to need to just chill for a little bit. And the Mare Nostrum of the North continues. Anyways, I said about the Protestant Reformation, that is going to kick off. It will kick off in a vanilla tag, if possible. My first choice is Osnabrück, and then I want to have a second one convert, ideally. But I'm not sure if that's really going to happen. The second one might be Epirus. The second one might be... I'm hesitant to do Switzerland because Switzerland, in its own country file from vanilla, Switzerland is slated to prefer going Reformed and not Protestant. So maybe I'll do Switzerland as the second one. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be Ormond. I'm not sure. I gotta decide on it later. But for now, we got another war. Hey, I called it. Ya boy, called it. Apache is going after Rasviet. And then Needle, Coiny, and Book are all piling onto Pillage Rush. Yeah, that's... Seems like the battle for Dream Island is... they want to make sure the spectators in the arena know their place, so to speak. Because I would consider like Ormond and Pillage Rush kind of like spectators, more or less. What else do we got? Sicily is doing their own thing down here. Fez is consolidating and slowly expanding. Actually, yeah, I don't know how long we'll get into the Age of Reformation, but we'll see. Actually, you know what? I think I have an idea on how to eliminate that established African frontier. We're not even going to do that. They're not. No one's going to get 800 Splendor before the end of this part. Trust me. But you know. I think I know a way of how to get rid of that. Also, what is going on here? Kraumna. Kraumna and Raguacha are going after the papacy, Virui, and Rhaetia. I'm going to see the diplomatic map mode for that one. Let me see this. So, Cravens, essentially, the two halves of Cravens here, are going after the papacy, Virui, and Rhaetia. I'm not sure this is going to work out for Kraumna because discipline favors Rhaetia, morale favors Kraumna, tactics roughly even. Even with the crossing penalty, Rhaetia still wins here. So, I'm not sure you know what you're getting into, Kraumna. Sure, you're getting Rome and all that, but your own land is being sieged down. You lost a battle over here. When Rhaetia comes down south, are you going to be able to stop them? Probably, maybe. The numbers favor Kraumna. And yeah, okay. Maybe I was overestimating the quality of Rhaetia. And Pillage Rush, yeah. The Battle for Dream Island crew, they're rocking and they're rolling. There's no stopping them. And Japan, they're actually allied with Kamai. Interesting. And Niv, they have syncretized. Ooh, that's actually really nice. National unrest and discipline? That's pretty good. The secondary religion for them being Shinto was pretty damn good. Apache going north. This is for Maklax, which is right here. So if this colony does not get burned down and it finishes, then we can safely assume that Apache will, if they win the war, they will take land from Rasviet. Also, Teotl going after the United States of Caddo, as we all assumed. Teotl also annexed Kokomes, so Caddo is kind of just dead in the water, more or less. I feel sorry for Caddo, but Duck, each and every time that there may be a glimmer of hope for Kado, it just gets snuffed out so easily, unfortunately. I'm sorry. It's just been every single time we've seen Kado. I wish it was different, but it's not. I don't know what else to say. Kyderia is going against the Union, and one is Totemist, one is Hussite. They're on the same tech level, and they have roughly the same amount of troops. But the distances are so far in South America with these provinces, I don't know if anything is really going to come out of this. Iquique, where is that at? I'm not even sure where that province is. Because Kyderia is attacking, yes. You know what? Ah, okay. So it was a colony. Kyderia seized the colony, so positive Vorsk are going in favor of Kyderia. But the armies really need to meet and duke it out to decide the war, in my opinion. I guess we'll see if they're successful in that later. Papacy is losing completely to Ragoetia and Kramna, but Ragoetia's their territorial integrity is not guaranteed because Fontaine is coming through and trying to conquer shit. Ragoetia and Lissenborg are... Oh, what was that? Oh, that was the trade note. My bad. Lissenborg has joined in on the side of Ragoetia. And, yeah, Fontaine is just rolling through. Ragoetia was busy in the east helping out Kramna. So, I mean, they don't have any manpower left. Fontaine jumped on the fact that they were weak. And it's like, yeah, you're weak. I'm ready to go. Let's do this. Out of context, that is a very bad phrase. Yeah, okay. Needle took over all of the land that Pillage Rush had in the Isles and including the islands. So Pillage Rush is just left to Scandinavia, and Finland has also been fully annexed. That is your Mare Nostrum to come, ladies and gentlemen. The Wendish realm just popping off left and right. And I believe at the end of this year, part 3, and before I start part 4, I will be changing over the tribal tags over to whatever the dice roll decides. And hey, as I predicted, oh my god, I need to sneeze. Hold on. Yeah. It felt like I really needed to sneeze. I was about to sneeze, and then it just went away. It's like, no, we're going to fake you out, Verinity. Fuck you. Whatever. Yeah, Loybuke is taking over some coastal land because they have a coast now, and, you know, the Siberians, they can't hold this land. Yeah, you got scattered attacks around here because, you know, Chukchi is allied with Saka, but, like, it's not gonna do much. It's not gonna do much. I like that Chukchi is helping out their Siberian brethren, but is it gonna amount to much? Like look at all this distance, this Manchurian and Mongolian distance. I don't know if it's gonna amount to much. Loybuke is probably just gonna consolidate the coast, if I had to guess. Bengali separatists rising up against the Tibetans, but they are not gonna stand a chance. Kramna wins against the papacy, takes Rome as well. So the Coptic faith is growing and it's expanding, but it's also contracting in the west, considering that Ragoetia is crumbling at the hands of Fontaine, and Lissenborg isn't able to do anything. Legitimately. Let's see these wars that are going on real quick. Take a survey of things. MNT is going after Bruchal, trying to not consolidate, but, you know, feast on the remains that Sumeru left behind, and reminder that Sumeru has 61,000 troops on the ground, larger than anyone around them, might I add, because, hey, the Gangetic Plain is really fertile. But yeah, MNT is trying to take over Bruchal. I don't really think Bruchal is going to put up much of a fight, unfortunately. So it's going to be MNT versus Sumeru. And I have a feeling I already know how that's going to go. And it's not going to go well for one side at all. APA, the Apache, they're still going after Rasviet, and the war just isn't doing, it's not progressing. Rasviet is 2 military techs ahead. The colony is finished, but, I mean, if there's an affirmative battle here, I want to see the stats here. I want to see the stats. What is going on with your discipline? You have... Rasviet has less than 100% discipline, but they have the morale, and they have a very, very slight tactics advantage. You know, Apache, they're putting up a good fight, but I guess Rasviet, 2 military techs of difference really does make that much of a difference. Damn. Maybe I counted Apache too high on the list of powers. Maybe. The United States of Caddo, as much of a republic as they are now a formal vassal under Teoto. So, they aren't dead, but they're suffering. Aragoesha, they don't lose their capital, but yeah, that's... Fontaine has leaked into Iberia, and that leak is becoming a tidal wave, so slowly but surely. Lemnos, they moved their capital from Lesbos over to Euboea, which is a fantastic province of 25 development. And, yeah. Lemnos rallies behind their allies of Bulgaria, Virui, and Pontus. Ionia rallies behind Fadel, Fez, and Virui. Why do you have so many weird allies? What the hell? I don't understand that, but okay. In the Wendish realm, they're gaining steam, they're gaining power, and they're becoming more and more scary by the month. Loibuk finishes the war, takes every single province from the Siberians on the eastern coast of China, and that's just more power for them. They are quickly becoming the power broker for all of China. Niv, they are allied with Scottish China. I feel like I'm just mispronouncing that, but I mean, how else am I supposed to pronounce that name? Scottish China. I don't know, man. I don't know. It seems like it was status quo between these two powers. So maybe Rasviet is going to build up and maybe take it to Apache next time, or just hold out and keep holding out until they get a different ally and are able to match Apache and Arapaho. Because keep in mind, Arapaho, they're doing very well. And considering that these are my national ideas that I gave them from long ago, Arapaho has 2 colonists now. Like, I'll take a pause real quick. This isn't going to be as long of a part as last time. I'm not going for like 45 minutes, by the way. So, yeah, they've got plutocratic and humanist, and they've got an additional colonist. They've got discipline. They've got cavalry combat ability. And Apache, you know, they're getting their national ideas too. They're going to get an additional colonist soon enough. So, yeah. It's only going to get, like, out of hand between Apache and Arapaho if they stay together. Also, Etruria allied with Potawatomi, and Patriot Front not allied with anyone. They're just doing their own thing. What I do like is that Patriot Front is not like colonizing the centers of trade all everywhere else. No, they're just consolidating their own region and not trying to like overextend themselves. Caideria won the war in South America against the Union, but it wasn't much taken. It was just like some spare provinces on the west coast of the continent, and that was it. There's not much else to say about that. They're kind of keeping to themselves. There's now no firm land border between either of these two. And same with Guarani. Guarani, by the way, is allied to Caideria. And Bruchal is a vassal of MNT, actually. So MNT is going to be defending Bruchal as Sumeru bulldozes through the Khyber Pass. MNT Oh, actually, is Sang in this? Sang is in this! Oh, shit! Okay, so it's a two-front sort of war, maybe. But actually, Sumeru is allied with Orissa, and then... there's even a war up here. Oirat is going after Avenkia. So what's this war map like? Oh my god, they're being bullied. Okay, I guess the Siberians are eating each other, and then the Oirat, I don't know if I am correct in saying the Oirat are an offshoot of the Mongols. I don't know if I'm correct in saying that. I'm not gonna commit to that. Someone can correct me if I am wrong or if I'm correct on that. Because I remember, like, the four Oirats, are they offshoots of Mongols? Or are they successors? I can't really remember off the top of my head, so I'm not going to commit. But, yeah, Avenkia, they have been bullied. They're going to be just slowly taken over by Saka or Oirat at this point. And Oirat is also allied with Yugra. Interesting. Warring States, I do think this is a solemn farewell as Loibuk closes the noose. Kito and Arawak going to war once more. Paradox 1 going after Paradox 2, and Bunyoro is going to try and help out, but in my opinion, that's not going to do much. But what do I know? Maybe Bunyoro saves the ass of Paradox 1. Do they? Maybe? No. I like the effort, Bunyoro, but just, it's not enough, unfortunately. It is not enough. Who's over here? Oh, it's Malacca. I got you. Malacca's doing their own thing with that revamped national idea set. And Sang, they can't stand up to Sumeru, as I predicted earlier. And, you know, Bruchal getting brutalized. This is actual brutality, because, like, what are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do? The Timurids are trying to retake the land they lost from MNT, and honestly, if Sumeru really, like, gives MNT the business, the Timurids could take a lot of land here. They really could, but it is a tall order. The Timurids did not have a good showing last time. It's a little iffy. Loibuk has vassalized the warring states. That's all wrapped up over there. And, yeah, Sang is not going to lose any provinces because there's no land border between them and Sumeru. But this is foreshadowing what it's going to be like for Sang in the future. It was great that they annexed Bengal. That's a really nice show of force. But you're coming into a realm where Sumeru has a whole lot of the Gangetic Plain, a whole lot of fertile land, 26 development in Kora, 30 development in Etwa, 22 development in the central Doab or Mathura, and then, you know, 36 development in Delhi, 34 development in Meerut or Upper Doab, and then, you know, it just gets so much more, like, ridiculous with how much development is concentrated here. It's hard to battle against, you know, it really is. The Timurids, they get a fort. They got the fort at Bukhara, and there's that. Bruchal, they are independent, but they have been cut down to size. And then MNT, I don't know. The Timurids might actually, like, give them the business and retake that land. Whew. Powers are shifting ever so much. Anything going on in North America? Actually, what are the wars like? Wendish Realm is going after Pillage Rush, but I think we know where that's going. I think we all know where that's going, and hey, I guess Paradox 1 is a little scattered with what they want to do, and, you know, Bunyoro and Paradox 2, they're making a comeback. The corruption is still a little high in Paradox 2, but, you know, friends in faraway places come in handy, I guess. Who knew? While this war is going on, I'm going to take a sip of my water. Been talking for about 25 minutes straight. All right, and then I'll do it in about like July or August of 1515 for the Protestant Reformation. It's looking like Osnabrück will do as a fine candidate for the Protestant Reformation. And Paradox 1, they're just not able to withstand the numbers of Bagnoro. So Paradox 2 really has been saved by their ally. I like seeing that. When allies come in handy and it's in an unlikely scenario, that's cool. We don't get to see that all too often. Kazan expanding north and south, and they are allied with Astrakhan. Interesting. And yeah, it seems as though MNT, they can't really stop the likes of the Timurids, and it's gonna be not a clean sweep, I would say, but enough of a sweep that the Timurids will retake Merv and probably some stuff along. I think this is the Oxus River. I think so. Okay, we're coming upon it. Event 2001. Osnabrück. Please, please welcome in Martin Luther. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Also, when about a month after the Protestant Reformation hits, Patriot Front and, well, it would be the APLA, but they are gone now. Patriot Front is also going to flip to Protestantism. So August 1st. Let's do this. Event 2001. Protestant Reformation. Let's do this. Actually, you know what? I'll give it a month, and then I will flip Osnabrück. And then I'll give it another month. We'll make this like a progression sort of thing, you know? A sort of gentle progression. Because I should note, I sped up how fast the Protestant Reformation flips provinces, or converts provinces. So, monthly spread of conversion plus 1505, it's pretty fast. So they will flip to Protestantism. And then I will do so in October for the Patriot Front. And I'll give it another year before, or 1516, 1517 maybe. I'll flip like Ormond, and that'll be that. So Patriot Front, October 1st. You've heard about the good word of Martin Luther. You're going Protestant. Because I remember I had to change the history file for Patriot Front and APLA. Actually, I'm going to slow it down to speed 3 real quick. And just, as that's going on... Oh, Ugra is going after Avenkia. So, as you guys watch this over here, I'm going to go just look at the submission. I'm pretty sure I got this on point, but I just want to be sure. History file. Where's the history file? APL. Yes. So in the original history file for the APLA, and also where is the other one? PTF, the Patriot Front. Yep, they were originally Protestant. So it all checks out in the end. And is this Ugra going after? Yes, this is Ugra going after. Dear God, I can't pronounce that province name, but you know what it is. It's right here. It is a colony, and yeah, they were colonizing it at some point, or they still are, with 165 settlers per year, and it's going well. I mean, I don't see how Ugra really loses this war. It's just going to take a while because, well, Siberian provinces, they take a very long time to travel across. Not to mention, sieging things down in that sub-zero temperature during the winter is a little ridiculous. Kraumna and Ragoetia, Oh, actually, Kramna is not allied with Ragoech anymore. Maybe Ragoech had their alliances annulled. But Kramna is allied with Sicily and Needle. Needle's a very powerful ally. In fact, so powerful that they are spectating on the side because the Wendish realm is going after Hamburg. Oh boy. So this is after Osnabrück, Switzerland, and Book. Wendish realm, you are poking bears left and right. However, you have Tennis Ball with you and Coiny. So, oh, and Donauland. This is actually a big war. What the fuck? Okay, I thought maybe Osnabrück had a chance. I am starting to doubt that. The fervor of Protestantism is not looking very, very bright at this point. Actually, let's speed it up. Let's go back to speed 4. Yeah. Martin Luther's teachings may have incited some wars or some conflicts that well, we're seeing them play out right now. Maybe it goes to Epirus in 1517. I'm not sure. The papacy is under attack though. Kramna is going after Reka. Where is Reka at? I'm not sure. Oh, actually, wait a minute. No, this is going after Virui. So this is direct, and Rhaetia and Ionia have joined in against Kramna. Meanwhile, it's just Kramna and Sicily again in this war. Europe is popping off right now. What is going on? I'm not sure Ionia is going to really be able to dedicate many troops. But if they can, it's going to be one hell of a battle up here in the Italian peninsula. Sicily doesn't have too many troops to send, but token forces are better than nothing at all. Because, Kramna is going to want to steamroll in the peninsula and then steamroll over to the Balkans. Up in the north, Osnabrück being partitioned, Book is trying to battle it out against Tennis Ball, and Book was successful. Tennis Ball was pushed back, but Donauland is here fighting against Switzerland, and Donauland loses. Wendish Realm, where are your forces? I think you need to help your allies, otherwise Osnabrück might actually survive. Okay, there is the Lions. There is the Lions' share of forces. And also, it should be noted, Coiny has been over here alongside a detachment of Tennis Ball, and they've been sieging down all of Book. Book is going to want out of this war very soon, because that war exhaustion is going to be mounting, and those taxes are not going to be getting paid. Their economy is going to go to shit really quickly. Last-ditch effort, but Book just can't hold out against the Wendish Realm. Pushed back, Osnabrück is about to feel the wrath of the Wends. Switzerland trying to battle it out by the Danube River, but it is not enough. Jesus Christ, I am just realizing now, Switzerland's their colors actually camouflaging pretty damn well into the map. I was wondering for a split second, where's Switzerland? Why can't I see them? Oh, that's right. They look really, really fucking similar to the base map color because of the mod I'm using. Oh well. But Kramna, where is Reka? It is right here. That's actually kind of far for Kramna to go after. I'm not sure if they're going to be able to really siege it down, but credit where credit is due. Kramna's doing all that they can against this alliance of Catholics, with the odd man out being Ionia. I'm not sure why they are helping out, but Virui has weird alliances all over the place, so I'm not going to question it too much. But yeah, Osnabrück up here. The writing is on the wall. What more can I say? The writing is on the wall. I like that Book is sticking it out to the end, but Coiny and Tennis Ball, they knew who to side with, and it wasn't with the Protestants. Rest in peace, Martin Luther's homeland for this timeline. Oh, I forgot, it's 1518. I need to choose a second. I need to choose a second one. There's not really many other Catholic It's either really Epirus or Ormond, and I kind of want to do Ormond because Epirus is in such a like tight spot. Yeah. I would have chosen the Teutonic Order if they did well, but well, the Wendish realm is there. All right, Ormond. It's going to be a little awkward here because you're Irish, but oh, also, I didn't even notice this. Rhaetia is the defender of the Catholic faith, so Rhaetia has a few benefits. All right, this will be the last nation I will manually convert to Protestantism, and yeah, because there were no other submissions that said, "Hey, please convert my submission to Protestantism." If that is not explicitly stated, I do not do it. If it happens naturally because provinces flip from the center of Reformation, okay, that's fine. But I'm not going to do it on my own. So Ormond will flip, and that will be that. We need more centers of Reformation, make it more interesting, you know? And Cramna, hey, they're pushing back. They're pushing back Ionia, but Rhaetia, being the defender of the Catholic faith, is standing up to the Coptic faith or Coptic forces. Sicily is reinforcing, but it's not gonna be enough. Sicily is retreating, and so is Cramna. And it should be noted, Cramna is out of manpower, and they're not gonna be able to like sustain this offensive much longer. Their forces are split. Regiments are not too consolidated yet, but they could be. Ionia's trying, and they're failing, unfortunately. Oh my god, book. How bad is your war exhaustion? It's getting up there. And you're in debt, unsurprisingly, so, you know, I like that. Again, I said it before, I like that you're sticking it out for your ally, but you're suffering, and you're going to be so vulnerable to your surrounding enemies. Ooh. I think we'll just go 20 years, 15, 21? Yeah, we'll just do like September, October of 1521. Virui pushing back Cramna from the capital that has been taken, that is Split. And, okay, the papacy was pieced out. Got it. I mean, I don't blame them. The papacy doesn't have much left. So piecing out there was kind of natural. Ionia is still in this war, though. They're sending their navy in the Adriatic, and they're sending their forces to help out. Virui, you know, the war goal is not taken down, so they're fine. They're fine for now. Let me just see if there's any other wars going on. I've been concentrating in Europe. We have... Oh, Etruria is going after the Patriot Front. Huh. Now... Patriot Front has one less technology and has inferior forces. Etruria has one more military technology and has more forces. It seems as though the Patriot Front is trying to just like do diversionary attacks, but you're trapped in Florida, which is a phrase no one wants to hear, really. You never want to hear, hey, you're trapped in Florida. That's a death sentence, or damn near one, because you know what's going to happen here? I know what's going to happen here. It's not a stack wipe, yes, but it is a defeat. And we are going to get the Age of Discovery ending soon enough. Yeah, Patriot Front, I am not convinced you are going to win this. You're a fresh convert to Protestantism. You're fighting the heathens that are the Etrurians, but the Etrurians, they pack a punch, you know. They're not pushovers, as I would say. There you go. Just looking for the phrase. Osnabrück got pieced out, and holy shit, they got a lot taken from them. The Wendish realm had no mercy. Now, the question is this center of Reformation going to convert a lot of land from the Wendish realm, or is it going to convert just all over the place? I'm not sure. Center, is this is being converted? Okay. And I'm sure when Reformed comes up, you know, Switzerland is going to convert over. At least they should. Virui, they're still under pressure from Kramna. Reka was taken, and Rhaetia is still in this war. Rhaetia is being attacked or sieged down by the likes of Kramna and Sicily, but those sieges take a long time. Sure, Kramna got the papacy out of the war, but crossing the mountains and going after Rhaetia is something else entirely. I'm not sure it's going to happen. And I'm not sure really any land is going to be exchanged in this war. Kramna putting up a good fight with Sicily and actually taking a victory. But they don't want to go after Rhaetia again for some reason. They want to go after something else. Mondstadt is in a war too. They're going after Osnabrück and Switzerland. Switzerland is making a very quick move through Mondstadt's south. And Osnabrück is getting a swift invasion from the south as well. Switzerland is actually out of manpower. They are struggling. And Mondstadt, they also don't have manpower, but they have a lot of ground forces. So they're willing to slug it out. Book, did you lose any land? You lost one province. But one province is all it takes for a snowball to start in a region. Alright, we'll do October of next year. Also, I did not get to take a look, but the Timurids, they did take a little bit of land from MNT. And now the Timurids allied with Astrakhan and Ardalan. Orissa, they're bordering Sang more and more, so that's going to be interesting when fighting breaks out over there. And Malacca, Sambas conquest of Sumedang. Sambas is going after Banten. When was this war started? 1519. Okay. You guys still got plenty of time. It's like I'm a caretaker at times. It's like, okay, you got some time on the swing. 5 more minutes, and then, we have to go back inside. Class is going to start soon. And Switzerland. Oh, God, is Fontaine in this? Fontaine is allied to Mondstadt. Oh, good night, Switzerland. Good night. It is. I thought maybe there was a sliver of hope, like a crack in the ceiling, but no, there's no hope at all. And for Virui, it seems as though all luck has run out too, and Kramna has finally been able to successfully push through the mountains of resistance from Rhaetia, from Ionia, and Virui. Yeah, there you go. It's not a lot of land, but it's a significant amount of land. And one last month, and we will end this here part 3. October 1st of 1521. I didn't want to go this long with this part, but hey, I get caught up in the recording of it, and I'm having fun, and I hope you too, the viewer, are having fun with this. I'm trying to make this entertaining, and honestly, I really do think it is entertaining. Oh, and hey, Mong Kong formed Shan. Do they have the national ideas? Yeah, I think those are mine. Let me take a look. Learning from... Yes. Cool. Alright, so, yeah. This, like I said before, I hope you, the viewer, are having fun watching this just as much as I am. With all the submissions and all the differences, the ups and downs that happen. There's always, especially now that we're getting toward the Age of Reformation, there's always some interesting action happening. Or if there isn't, something is off. Something is very off. Other than that, Book and Needle trying to finish off Pillage Rush, Kyderia going after the Union once more, Mondstadt and Fontaine going after Osnabrück and Switzerland, Sambas and Kamai going after Banten and Malacca. And that's really about it. Ormond is indeed Protestant. They will be the holdout for Protestantism for now. And yeah, that should be about it. Did the war over here result in anything being taken? No. They drew white peace, which, hey, that's perfectly fine. It's just, Patriot Front, You gotta get more troops on the field for next time. And we have to also wait and see if Apache is gonna go after and try to win against Rasviet with Arapaho, or if this is gonna be sort of like a quality versus quantity situation. And also, don't forget, United States of Caddo, they got vassalized in this part. That'll be all for now. Let's go ahead and take a look at that leaderboard. In first place is the Wendish Realm, in second place is Tennis Ball, in third place is Sumeru, in fourth place is Book, in fifth place is Kraumna, in sixth place is Loibuk, in seventh place is Fontaine, in eighth place is Needle. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in part 4.